I had high hopes for this game. What a fool I was. You see, I played this after finding my first Phoenix game that wasn't complete shit, and that filled me with hope. It was a game about a hamster, which I plan to cover later since it's an interesting talking point. Anyway, instead of getting something decent, I got one of the worst games that Phoenix has shat out. Well, one of the worst games that actually qualifies as a game. So the game is about an incompetent as fuck mole who falls asleep in his house and wakes up to find out that some fucker built a laboratory on top of his house. And he apparently slept through the entire construction. Is he on drugs or something? He has to go underground to clear his house off the creatures, as it says on the back of the box. Because of course there's spelling errors on the back of the fucking box. The game's memory card thing is awful, as it won't shut up and it just won't make a new save. It keeps hassling me about the old save that doesn't exist. Anyway, we go onto the menu and we get some rather upbeat and jaunty music. It's actually kinda nice, even if the vocals were chipmunkified. So I have no idea what the fuck to expect from this. I imagined it being a clone of the game Mr. Driller, but unfortunately I was way off. It's sadly not that advanced of a game. After 45 seconds of loading, we finally see... oh, Jesus. What the fuck? Oh no. I spoke too soon, it's such shit. Okay, so it's a side-scrolling platformer where jumping is fucking dreadful because you just come back to the floor as quickly as you jump. It took me around 30 seconds to make it past the first jump. The mark of a quality platformer, as most know. Maniac Mole makes this weird sucking noise whenever he jumps, kind of like he's trying to suck up random flies as he goes. In fact, this sound effect covers most of the things he does throughout the game. From jumping to shooting to... I don't know, I imagine he does this during every task he does in life. Maybe him sucking during every task he does in life is allegory to how much this game sucks. Jesus, look how bare bones this shit is. Look at the background. It has a gradient, sure, but if there's nothing on the screen, then it doesn't matter. There's a small pile of books or something, and a cartoon drawing of the outline of a city, and those untextured lamps, but this is a PlayStation 2 game. You need more than this. I mean, to give it credit, the stuff that's actually there looks decent enough. The model for the mole character is kinda nice, I guess, but it animates like shit. The collectibles also have a decent model as well. Animations are bafflingly bad. It honestly feels like an 8-bit game. The whole thing does, really, but the animations are honestly where this thing's crap factor shows. I encounter my first enemy and he looks like... okay. I also pass these weird chemical diagrams like I'm playing a shitty low-bit version of Dear Esther. Also, why do enemies explode into tiny fart clouds? Are they full of farts? I then encounter a mosquito character, and because I can't shoot for shit due to the horribleness of these controls, the mosquito kills me in one hit. Getting around this insect proves difficult. The shooting controls are so rigid it's impossible to take a shot that isn't just a random pot shot, and it only gets in your line of sight upon seeing you. So, the only way to deal with him is to jump up and down on the spot, waiting for him to swoop down and get you, so that you can have a shot. Of course, I'm so bewildered that I actually managed it, I end up dying immediately after. The jumping is a fucking pain in the arse. It's so stiff and you never jump far enough or high enough or anything really. It's just pointless. So far we've established that jumping is awful and fighting is awful, and that's literally all you do in this game, making it fucking awful. Seriously, this game came out 2 years after Rayman 3, and it's probably the worst platformer for being unresponsive and outdated I think I've ever played. So I walk along and, oh god, Jesus Christ! The fuck is that thing? So I start to get the hang of attacking these shit fly monsters. I mean, you can't exactly do it well, as the shooting controls can fuck off. I couldn't help but notice the score in the top right hand corner, and it made me wonder, why would anyone care about score? Who are you even going to be comparing this with? I mean, I made this entire video series to make up an excuse for playing this shit, I'm that ashamed. Why would I brag that I got 185 points in Maniac Mole? Anyway, I do the first level and he just fucks off. It was a great victory animation. Nice. Fucking nice. After around 30 seconds of loading, I go into this classroom stage and, well, the obstacles are a little more interesting, like these test tube pillars and the chalkboards in the background, and look, some texture on the walls. Oh, Hosanna, some effort at last. Honestly, I just watched this back to myself, and it makes me just want to stop. It's so boring, monotonous, and repetitive to watch. Playing it's even worse. I then jump onto this bottle and it sprays green gas in my face and kills me. And because I'm trying to kill the monster in front of me, I fail to notice and I die. This happens so many times because of the bullshit one-hit kill. I keep dying more and more because I care less and less. Honestly, this is the worst kind of game. It's not hard, not remotely. I keep dying because the control is shit and the booby traps are shit, but in all honesty, I could get through this if I put the effort in. I know it sounds contradictory, I know, but I know that me constantly dying really does look like a detriment to this claim, but I'm struggling because the game sucks. I'm sure I could ace it if I wanted to, but that is a pretty big if. So I eventually die and go back to the menu. I hate this game so damn much. I decided to give it another shot, and well, it really doesn't get any better. Why am I bothering? Why don't I just go and play the next game? No. I need to give this one a fair chance. If you die enough, your 15 lives come back. So, really, what you just do is die at the end of every level. And then that way, on the next level, you'll have 15 lives. Fucking brilliant game design. Seriously, where's the incentive to survive if you just get all your lives back for dying? Mind you, then again, where's the incentive to survive anyway? The game sucks. Maybe I'm going mad, but I swear these old people are calling me a little bitch. I eventually find myself kind of stuck again, not sure if I want to die from the bottle of fuel or the mosquito. Honestly, this game is just so frustrating. It's far from fun or interesting, and I honestly feel like I said everything possible about the game and had enough footage to cover the whole thing in 10 minutes of playing it. It's that nothing. The game gets no less boring or frustrating as you go on, and to be honest, I don't even have the energy to be mad about it anymore. You get everything out of it in the first 2 levels, and by level 3, it's just so redundant. You know what annoys me the most though? The people who made this game, they were the same people that made that Furry Tales game. That console RTS with the furries that I said wasn't too bad, and was actually kinda good. It's the same people. Seriously, I know they can do better than this, and that's what frustrates me the most. Hell, visually, this game is almost as nice as that one, and yet somehow they fucked it up completely when it came to making a game. It's so frustrating and loud and annoying and Honestly, I've just been waiting so long to slam this game, and I'm looking at it, and I have nothing to add now. The game is so repetitive that there aren't any new problems. I mean, it pisses me off how much the water hurts you during the level, but then in the end you just walk through it like it's nothing. But that's a nitpick, and when you're nitpicking, you know you've run out of things to say. Seeing that there's like 20 levels of this shit and I already want to die in real life after 3, I'm kind of done. Apparently there's 5 or so chapters with 3 or so levels in each one. And it's not like there's a story and cutscenes, and the story on the box is so shit that I don't care about it. Do I really care what enemies show up in later levels? Do I really care if the Maniac mole gets his lab back? No. Do I care about the reskinned environmental hazards? No. So fuck it, I'm done. If you want to see the ending, feel free to buy this game yourself. Seriously, I've reached my bullshit threshold with this one. I do hope there's a hell for this game. I hope it has somewhere to burn when it dies. Oh, also, I did one of the boss fights, and whenever you hit an enemy, the screen flashes red like in Girl Zone. So, I hope, whilst it burns in hell, the devil rapes it with his barbed penis. I honestly don't know if I like this or the Nothing games more at this point. Fuck this game.
We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. Skrillex ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday.
Right, I'm done with that one.
Well, you're having a break, but you're watching Dalmatians 3.
That's not a break.
Ah, I don't care what you think.
You miserable fuck you monkey bastard.
Well, fuck a duck.
Oh, fuck.